or Andrew Tate's walk. Do you notice the difference here? Michael Jordan.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the most. Welcome.
Oh, okay.
To the Most Events podcast. This is your co-host, Kate Garza, journalist major at the University of Oklahoma with aspirations of being a Maverick sports journalist. To my left is Jude Halbert. How are you doing today, Jude?
I'm tired. And I wasn't really tired until I started watching the game.
Dude, I almost fell asleep. I'm not even joking. Like, I was laying on my futon in the living room, and around the second quarter,
I got one thing to say, bro. Shout out to all those people at the game. They are so into it, dude. Like, for some reason in my brain, it's like, I wonder if they even realize, like, the tankathon. I think they have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
They just go to the game and just root on the team just because they buy tickets. Like, I don't know. It's shout out to those people, man. Warriors.
Yeah. Just another, terrible game. It's just like I just it's really it's getting to a point where it's hard for me to watch these games. Like at the end of we play the Kings tonight, 130 to 121 loss. It's just getting hard for me to even stay in. Like Mike Curtis didn't even report the game today. The Mavericks beat writer for Dallas Morning News. He just took the night off. He just literally took the night off. Like, I don't know if it was his off night or something like that, but I was looking and I was waiting. I was like, where's Mike? No, nowhere to be found. But yeah, just like, I don't even know too much. Like, we'll look at the stat sheet for this game. So we'll look at the Kings first. Yeah. DeMar DeRozan had a quiet night, 7 points. I didn't even realize that. Preston Achua had a career night, 29 points. He scored 21 in the first half. Maxine Reynaud, whatever the hell that guy is, number 42 on the Kings, had 22 points, 6 rebounds.
He cooked the Mavs the last time we played them too. You probably don't remember that, but I remember that.
I probably don't, dude. But he had a putback jam on, I think it was Cisse. That was just ridiculous. And then Malik Monk had a bad game. Killian Hayes, I can't watch Killian Hayes play basketball. It just makes me so mad. And then you had Najee Marshall drop 36, 10 rebounds. He was our player of the game. Chris Middleton, 17 points. Brandon Williams had a good game, 16 points, 4 assists put on top of that with a steal +1 for the night, 6 for 10, 61% true shooting percentage. I don't know. He shot 3 for 7 from the free throw line. He's got to get that up. AJ Johnson. Good game from AJ. I like AJ a lot.
Need a lot more AJ Johnson minutes. It won't help my sleep habits or my sleep, wanting to go to sleep, but need a lot more of his minutes the rest of the way for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna need to see just some development out of that guy. I know you were talking about he's probably a G League guy.
And what I mean that, like, he's just super raw. Like. You see, he can jump out the gym. He's got some tools. Like, I think his arm. He just kind of looks like an athlete out there. You can tell he kind of belongs. He just is super thin. That's really been the thing since he got drafted. Honestly, people were excited about him when we got him in the trade for Anthony Davis. But I was just like, well, why would the Bucks have already given up on him? Like they gave up on him super quick. And he's kind of just like this highlight reel guy. We've had some guys like this on the Mavs in the past, where we're like, oh, I could really see this. I see some tools here, but the reason I say, run him out there the rest of the season is because we're full steam ahead tank, and it does not matter.
At least we should be. We should be full steam ahead tank. We're coming off 2 wins in a row. after like like literally right when we say like, all right, basically the tank is on, we win 2 straight games, which was kind
But
of
to
like
be fair, we lost 10 in a row.
we lost 10 in a row.
So
We
like
did
realistically, you're
lose
2-13 in your last, or 2-11 in your last 13. You know, so
Yeah.
it's still bad.
Yeah, and you need a win here and there for morale.
Yeah,
as always. But yeah, AJ Johnson is 6'5". Guess how much he weighs?
yeah, I know this. Don't ask me why. 160.
160 pounds. He weighs 160 pounds at 6'5". Like when I see AJ, it's like, yeah, I see somebody that's very skilled. I see he is skilled. He moves like he's an athletic guy. He moves athletically.
Mm-hmm.
He's very athletic too. Like he's really athletic.
He's just super springy, yeah.
And I have no idea what type of player he could turn into. He could literally turn into like any type of player. He could be like just to compare it to Mavericks, like he could be like a Derrick Jones Jr. like type of guy where he's just insanely athletic, be a good wing.
He's super young. Like, didn't he come to the draft when he was like 18 or 19? Yeah, it's similar to what you said. I don't really know what what he could turn into. I guess probably just like a nice like role player. Like you said, Derrick Jones Jr. I want to see,
but also like he could be a scorer off the bench, like that. Like you have no
I really
idea.
don't
like,
know.
Literally no idea.
Because he really like since he's gotten to the league, he hasn't really. Well, I say that he was playing for the Wizards. Like I was gonna say, he hasn't really been in a position to be like to create. But I mean, if you're not going to be able to create in the Wizards, I mean, I don't really know when
Definitely
you're
not going to create on the Mavericks. I mean, look how many people we had that could score the freaking basketball.
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly this is the things that I take away. Like, you know, the more losing, all these teams that are losing games, right? And you check these box scores, and you're like, dude, how did this guy score 30 tonight? Like, this is not nothing against Najee. This is other teams I look at, right? It just shows how much talent is in the league.
Yeah.
Because, like, for example, like go to the Kings, right? DeMar DeRozan only scored 7 points tonight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we lost because other guys scored 15, 20, 30. And you may look at that and be like, oh, well, this team, it's just because the Mavs are trying to. But the Mavs genuinely played tonight, right? And they genuinely tried to win. Najee played 42 minutes, right? The Kings literally play guys that won't play. Like, in the NBA, there's a chance that all these guys don't play in the NBA like 2 or 3 years, and they just score, right? So, like, my point is, like, teams like this, like the Kings, the Nets, the Wizards, like they just throw out guys, right? And they just score. And I don't think the league has always been like that, you know? And I don't know if it's like a 3-point shooting thing, a pace thing. But there's just so much talent in the league. And the league is so hard. It's so hard to win is really my point I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, no, 100%. And it just shows like, also the fact that players are more talented than they've ever been.
Yes.
Everybody's starting to adopt that, you know, there's a science behind scoring. There's a science behind scoring now. Getting to your spot, creating space, creating disadvantages, having counters on counters on counters. There's not just like 15 guys in the league that has these abilities now. There's probably like 5 or 6 guys on your roster that has this ability right now that can just literally get a bucket whenever they want, know their spots, and they just score. And you see Najee, he knows his spots. He knows where to get. Every time he touches the paint, you know that floater's going up, or he's getting a transition layup every single time.
Like, he's a really good basketball player, and he's making $9 million.
Yeah.
You know? Like, that's incredible. Honestly, that's an incredible contract.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, we've talked about it, you know, before. I don't really know what his role is, like when he gets less shots. But man, like, talk about the ultimate pro. I mean, honestly, we have a lot of guys like that. Like, you know, we talk about all the time, we lose so much and it sucks, you know, like it's not really fun to watch, but these guys freaking play hard. You know, in a game like tonight, like we lost to the Kings, but it was like we played our tails off. Like we were trying, So just much respect to the guys, man. I mean,
Yeah.
and kind of another lost season. And someone said this to me the other day. I didn't even realize this is a third out of fourth season. It doesn't feel like it. That's like a lost season for the Mavs.
Yeah.
It doesn't really feel like that
No,
because
it doesn't.
2024 was like so incredible for everyone. But this is 3 out of 4, and it's tough, but
it doesn't feel real. It really doesn't. It doesn't feel real.
It doesn't, because it all feels like a blur.
It's really weird when you come, and a lot of teams haven't experienced this before until like last year with the Pacers because of a freak accident. But no teams have really experienced this before, where they are on you don't see this like only in the NFL you see this, where teams make the NBA championship or they make the Super Bowl and they just like fall off. But of course it's other circumstances because you traded some things happen that we don't need to speak about anymore. But
yes,
they're not even trying to lose. They're not.
No, they could
just
be
bad.
pulling way more stops out, and I think they might start to do that when it gets closer to the end, because we're still like 25 games, 24 games left.
Yeah, and Scoop still
they can't quit right now. You know what I mean?
They're not. And with all the stuff going around tanking and especially us getting the first pick last year, it would just be a terrible look if we probably started to do that right now.
Yeah.
But you got to take full advantage of this opportunity in my eyes. You have to.
Yeah.
You don't have any picks until you don't have your own pick until, let's see, is it 2031? Yeah, you don't have your own pick until 2031.
We have picks, but it's like swaps, and like we'll never get. We have that Lakers pick in 29, which I mean,
no protections on it. No protections on it.
Yeah,
as a Philly,
doesn't look horrible.
Yeah. We have we have 28 OKC swap. We have 29 Houston, Phoenix, Brooklyn. They're all involved in the rights with that. I don't want to get into that. We have the LA pick in the 2029, and then 2030 we have a San Antonio swap. So you're really just like this is it. And especially with these lottery odds about to be changed.
Yeah, it is kind of this is it for sure, like you said. And hey, I'm not going to be mad about them changing the lottery the year after we don't have any more picks
we don't have
a long time. That's not going to bother me. I don't know, man. It's just a brutal stretch coming up. But I think, I'm glad that I think our fan base is finally at a place, and I've seen it over the last month or two, where they're finally like getting over everything that happened, just coming to grips with it. And
Coop's helped with that a lot.
And there's some people that will never get over it, and those people, sadly, I can't blame you. And there's parts of me that will never get over it. And it sounds silly because, at the end of the day, it's just basketball. Like, why are y'all this upset? But man, this means a lot to a lot of people, and obviously the people that used to be employed by us did not realize they were super tone deaf and not understanding what. At the end of the day, it's an entertainment product. It's what appeals to your fan base. That's number one, above all. And I don't know. It's like I said, our fan base is finally kind of turning a corner, and we all kind of understand this is the season we got to lose, and then from here on, we kind of understand. We got Cooper, and man, we're so blessed we have Cooper, man. I mean, I think about that all the time.
Incredibly blessed. If we didn't get him, there's no idea where it would be.
This series, we're already at that part of the podcast. All right, so what if we never got Cooper? Would he still be here? He wouldn't have gotten fired, would he?
Nico?
Yeah.
Dude, probably not. Probably not. I feel like so Nico.
Oh man.
Nico makes the trade. All right. AD gets hurt, out for 6 weeks. A month later, Kyrie Irving gets hurt, out for the year. You go into the offseason, they're probably and the lottery happens. Okay, they get the first overall pick, or they don't. Oh no, they don't get the first overall pick. They don't get Cooper.
Yeah, say we get who was the 10th pick? I don't even.
We get like Jeremiah Fears. We get like Jeremiah Fears.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you probably go into that offseason, that free agency, and they're probably really aggressive. Like they're probably really aggressive going into that offseason. You would probably see a lot of changes in the roster.
I mean, honestly, I think it's very possible that when that lottery came back and we didn't get number 1, that pick was gone. Because that's my thing was like, this. It's been a lot of sad Luka discourse that also makes it even more tough. The last few weeks, I guess, but people that talk about this and they say, well, he had a point, right, in what he was doing. But he should have been fired just based off of the process.
Yeah.
Again, we don't have to relitigate all of it, but people now are like, the Luka discourse is so bad that people are starting to say like, well, he like Nico kind of had a point. No, he didn't have a point. It comes back to what we said. This is like a segue into the Lakers a little bit, just because Luka. The NBA it's so hard to win, right? And if you don't have depth, you're not going to win. I mean, look at all the best players. Like Jokic, they have a great team. The Nuggets have a great roster. Thunder, they have a great roster. The Spurs, great roster. The Bucks don't have a great roster, but we all still agree Giannis is one of the best players in the world, right? I mean, I know we do, but they suck, And I think, obviously, he's in LA now, and he's obviously going to get all the blame when they lose because it's his team, and that's what I think was frustrating for all of us was, we were there, right? We were just in the finals. And we also we set ourselves back and we set him back, and it was like a personal thing that Nico wanted to do. And that's really what people will never get over. It's like you put yourself in front of the franchise, the fan base, everything that we had built up. You just threw it away. Sorry, I went on a little tangent there.
No.
But it's really frustrating that people recently have been trying to say like they shouldn't have fired him, but like, no, because then if you don't fire him, because like I said earlier, what happens if
you can't get past it? If you don't fire him, you can't get past it.
My point earlier was, if we don't get Flagg, right, then would he still be here? Well, my thing is, you had to fire him, just like you said, to move past it, and you don't want to give him any other chance to try to make up what he did, right? Throw away even more of the franchise. You just got to rip the Band-Aid off and move on, because people honestly look at if they didn't fire him, people would be chanting "sell the team."
Yeah, well, they already were.
Probably should still be doing that just based off the people that are in management. Sorry, that might be a little. I don't know. They're just not very good people. But yeah, that's my point. It's really frustrating, the discourse the last few weeks.
You look at the article that Tim McMahon put out, why they fired Nico, all the discourse that went around firing Nico, the past events, the past everything, the power struggle between Nico, Dumont, and Mark Cuban, the kind of just discourse within the training facility staff, the training staff, pushing Lively back from injury, kind of pushing back Anthony Davis from injury, trying to get him on the court, and then resulting in honestly, that Rockets game, if Anthony Davis doesn't get hurt, that's one of the best moments in Mavericks' recent history. That game would have gone down as like, okay, imagine Anthony Davis doesn't get hurt in that game. Imagine Anthony Davis plays a couple weeks. Imagine we see Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving for a few weeks, a month, Is
With
Anthony
that
Davis
team and the way they were rolling like that,
is Nico Harrison going to get fired after that? No.
no chance.
There's no way. There's no way. And then you go into the next season and you're like, all right, Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving as a duo is a real freaking problem. And they already have a crazy roster stacked around them. They had Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively, PJ Washington. They had a crazy roster. You can't tell me that team would not win a championship if they were fully healthy. That team was ridiculous, dude. And from an organizational standpoint, just looking at the roster before the trade and after the trade, looking at the paper, all assets combined, that's probably the best Mavericks roster we've ever seen. Like, realistically, just by looking at the paper. But all the discourse that went around it, all the stuff that was fueled, all the division within the franchise, the firing of people, the firing of our head training staff, and just disregard for the fans in general. That's why he got fired. And it was well-deserved. And it was well-deserved. And now we get a chance to move on to the Cooper Flagg era where it's just nothing but promising. You know, you have to go through a couple rough patch. You have to go through a season where it's just like, oh, gosh, this is going to suck. But then, okay, we have about 25 games left in the season of just, you know, losing and just like, oh, this sucks and this is terrible. And Mavs fans are like, okay, confused. There's some Mavs fans that are like, all right, let's lose as many games as possible. There's some Mavs fans that have no idea what's going on. There's some Mavs fans that aren't watching at all. But just know that if they get a top 10 pick this year and they hold on to a few of these assets and Kyrie Irving comes back decent next year and they do some stuff in free agency, this team's going to be really freaking good, dude. This team's going to be really good.
Like, yeah, we've talked about it for sure. And that's why I think this upcoming search with Dumont and figuring out who's going to be in charge is so important, you know, because we've talked about it before. Like, we screwed up Luka's first few years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was so good that it really didn't matter. Like, we were still a competitive team. But I don't want to go through that again with Flagg, right? And again, I'm not expecting someone to come in here, you know, and be perfect, right? But I'm sick of like that we've had the plan powder, like we'll just save for free agency or we'll just, you know, make moves along the margins. Like, no, like
we got to make a move, dude.
Yes. And you know, we all are super high on Flagg. And I think, I mean, I just can't even imagine what was going through that kid's head when he walked in to our organization. You know, he's 18 years old.
There's so many pieces around him, dude.
There's so many pieces. And just like an amazing situation like going on. You know, I can't even imagine what's going through that kid's head. You know, and just what a badass. You know,
with the pieces around him, he came into a great situation, but the situation itself wasn't ideal. But like, I kind of want to ask you this because, like, I mean, I've seen some ridiculous. I don't agree with this. You know my stance on this player. What are the chances Kyrie Irving gets traded this offseason?
Chances. See, that's a tough one because it's kind of crazy.
If you were to put a percentage chance on it,
outside of the Mavs world, like really everyone kind of like expects it to happen. You know,
I know,
like,
right? It's so confusing to me.
It is so really confusing. It's like we have our Mavs bubble and then everyone else, I guess. Because I personally think it's like a 20%.
I don't even think it's that. I think it's maybe a 5% chance that he gets traded, honestly.
Well, like, I mean, we both know why. It would never because of something that we wanted to do. It would obviously be him.
It would be him, or it would be like new management comes in, new GM. You know, you're searching for a new GM. Yeah. The ideology of the team is probably going to change a little bit. And it's going to be dependent on this guy, whether he's like, all right, we have Kyrie Irving's already proven to be the leader of this team. And I believe when Luka when Kyrie came to the team, not that year when he was traded mid-season, but the year after that, Kyrie Irving became the leader of the Dallas Mavericks.
He did.
In the locker room, towards the teammates, towards the coaching staff. He's been the leader. He's actually grown to love the city. The city's grown to love him. And, I think we said this last podcast, but the outside perspective is just like Kyrie Irving's going to leave, or Kyrie Irving's going to go to a different franchise, or Kyrie Irving's going to do what he wants to do and do that. That's not really the point. That's not really what's going to happen. But if a GM were to come in and he's like, I want to run the show how I want to run it, and the only template that y'all gave me was build around Cooper Flagg, I'm going to go trade Kyrie Irving for about 3 first-round picks to a contender that wants to contend this year.
So we can get some capital.
And that's literally what it is. Like that's the only situation where I think, a GM would come in and Dumont or Kidd or whoever has the power in this organization right now. I have no idea.
Yeah. What do you think about the Kidd GM stuff? I go back and forth on it, man.
I believed it. I did believe it. I mean, when I was listening to Locked On or listening to Slightly, like, I would believe it in the beginning. But then when you think about it more, and I would listen to Tim McMahon and his thoughts on it, it's just like, it seems ridiculous. Like, to be able to do that, like, I think his influence is a lot. I think he might have the most influence on moves, I think. I don't think they're going to try to make him a GM or anything. I understand that you have Frank Vogel sitting next to him and you have Jay Triano sitting next to him. But
I think they got to bring in someone from the outside, man.
They have to. They have to bring somebody in from the outside with previous experience.
I don't want to go with somebody that doesn't have experience doing it.
No.
We can't. We have to, like, I would rather go down with someone that has, a pedigree or has like a pedigree than with someone that doesn't, because at least I can say, well, they tried someone, it just didn't work out, right? Rather than, hey, they just went with the safe option. They just, either, all due respect or to these guys, but they just went with Riccardi and Finley, who don't really have experience. They have to, because
I would understand going with Riccardi though, because he did make a good move. I would understand going with Riccardi because he made a good move. I would understand that.
Yeah, that was a great move, and I don't know. I mean, just from a roster construction standpoint, like, again, like, I feel like every game, this is the first thing I check when I watch the Mavs game, right? And I go and check the box score, the 3-point attempts. I mean, we got to be dead last, right?
We got to be. I think
that's why we're bad. It's like, seriously, we have good basketball players on our freaking team. We do. I mean, every Mavs fan, no Mavs fan is sitting there being like, oh, all our players are terrible. The only one that's like, we have good players, right? But it's just the way the team was built. We don't have shooting.
The Mavericks are 28th in 3-pointers attempted per game.
And I don't even know if this has any correlation, but what's 29th and 30th?
29th and 30th is the team we just played and the Rockets, which makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. I just didn't. I'm pretty positive there's like a correlation.
The Pistons are 27th.
Huh.
That puts something into perspective right there. That is really surprising to me.
Yeah. Huh.
And Luka with 12 attempts a game. The Lakers are like 25th.
The Lakers are bad. Yeah. I don't know. It's such an important offseason coming up, and
so many moves that are going to dictate the future. So many moves that are going to dictate, what's going to happen within these next few years, towards whether it's towards Cooper's development now, whether it's towards winning now. It's going to be something. But I've got a couple players pulled up right now.
Okay.
And ask you a few questions about them.
Okay.
So, 3 players pulled up, stats from the past 4 weeks. Some guys that I think have been playing pretty good as of late, that have improved, that show that they might be worthy of a roster spot next season. One of them, you could probably guarantee it. The other 2, a little bit of a question. We'll get to the guaranteed guy right now. What do you think Najee Marshall is averaging in the past 4 weeks?
I'll say 21.
Najee Marshall's averaging 19, 5, and 3 off 50% shooting percentage. He's been actually balling out.
He's a really good basketball player.
He had 36 tonight. He had 31 a couple weeks ago against Phoenix. He had 32 the first time he played the Spurs in that back-to-back.
He's a hooper.
He's got a contract extension coming up.
It's just the thing with him, and we've talked about it. It's just the shooting. Like, how does he he needs
He
to
shot
be
25% from the 3-point percent. He shot 25% from 3-point line in this stint, though.
Yeah, and he really doesn't shoot them either.
Yeah.
I just think he needs to be in that like backup guard role, like not guard, but like
You like him as the guard? Do you like him as a secondary guard out there, or would you rather have him at that forward spot?
I'd probably rather have him guard for sure.
Guard.
I just think he's too small to be a forward. And honestly, coming from the Pelicans, he was supposed to be a really good defender, but he hasn't. I guess again, this team has just been such in flux the last 2 years. Like he's just been asked to do so much more on offense, so I can't really blame him. I don't really know how much to blame him for his lack of defense. But I think as a backup guard, I could see it.
Yeah. Najee Marshall, I mean, he's been playing really good for these past few weeks. I don't know when he's up for an extension.
I mean, he's on a 3-year deal, right?
He is on a 3. He's got
one more after this year.
He came here on a 3-year deal, $9 million per year. He's in his second year of that deal, so next year is going to be his last year. He's probably going to get I think he might get an extension opportunity this summer or halfway
through the next season. Would you be shocked if he's not on the team next year?
I would be really shocked.
Really? Okay.
I'd be very shocked.
That's just a question. Okay.
I would be very shocked if Najee not on the team next year. But somebody that I wouldn't be too shocked if they are not on the team next year, but by the way they're playing right now, you probably got to keep him 100%. Well, how do you think Brandon Williams is doing these past 4 weeks?
He's also really – I mean, he's like that guy that if somebody never watched basketball and they just watch one game, they're like, wait, who is this guy? Because, he makes plays where it's, eye-popping, right? He's very pleasing to watch. Again, it's similar to Najee. It's just shooting, It's like I don't know. I'd have to really, dive deep into the numbers. Like, how much does he impact a game?
You better get ready for this.
Okay.
14, 1 rebound. Okay, he's averaging 15 points a game. He's got about 2 rebounds, 5 assists. 5 assists really good for Brandon Williams, by the way. That's really good improvement that we see.
It is.
Williams. He's shooting 58% from the field. He's shooting 40% from 3 in these past 4 weeks.
Yeah, he made a couple,
Off 2.2 attempts per game. Not a crazy sample size, but still 2.2 attempts a game is probably a lot more than we saw in the first 4 weeks of the season.
Yeah. I would say he's on the team next year just because he's on a super cheap contract and it's just good value to have him on the team. Like, he's just a good player. He's also the type of guy, again, we've been in this situation a lot where, say, Kyrie's out a game. Oh, you got Brandon Williams. He's a really good player you can plug in there. Again, similar to Najee, I like him in that backup guard role more. Yeah. It's like a spark plug.
Brandon Williams is off of our books next season, so he's probably going to get it. If we bring him back.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. If we bring him back.
It was a 1-year extension. Okay.
It was a 1-year extension off of that 2-way contract when we upgraded him late in the season last year. Dude, I'd say he's got to be around a few $1 million more than the minimum. I just really don't see somebody that play I see somebody else trying to pay him $10 million. I could see somebody really making an effort that needs a guard that can score.
Yeah, I know, because
to give him $10 million.
Okay, now that you say that, and this sucks that I'm saying this, but I don't think he's going to on the team next season. Just because that reason right there, we're 98% chance we're going to draft a guard.
Yeah,
right.
There's probably a 98% chance to draft a guard, and there is a multitude of players.
How much is he going to play with Kyrie, the rookie guard?
Not a lot. He's not going to play a lot. And then you also probably have to give Nembhard a decent amount of minutes next season, just because you had to give him some minutes.
Get him he needs to say he's saving his games, I guess. Get him on the court, man.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what we're looking at with B-Will. Probably like a maybe return next season, but with him expiring, with the circumstances, with a draft pick on the way in the lottery, almost guaranteed to be a point guard, you're gonna have to bring up Ryan Nembhard just because of the value. You have to bring him up based on the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to give him minutes, and Brandon Williams, I can see a desperate team next season that needs a scoring guard to just toss him like 10 million. I could just easily see that. I can easily see that. But there's somebody that, based on my facial expression right now, you could probably tell who I'm about to bring up.
I don't know.
There's somebody that's, really grown on me this season, and I hated him a lot.
Oh, I think I know.
And he's grown on me because with me, I love basketball. I love the aspect of scoring, but I love every other aspect of basketball as equally as I love scoring. And somebody who has really proven themselves in these past 2 months as Dallas Maverick has been Caleb Martin.
Yeah, he has really come on as like, wow, look tonight. I mean, not if you checked minus 25.
Not if you check tonight. Okay.
I don't like looking at single game.
No, I hate looking at single game. I can't.
No, I know. I was looking at his box score.
No, go ahead.
Like you said, he's really, I don't know what was going on with him. Like
it was definitely a confidence thing. I think he was trying to feel it out.
Or PJ or somebody was saying that he was going through something. So I don't know if it was like an injury thing or like a mental thing.
I think it was mental.
Because like his shot was so like there was a huge hitch, man.
A huge hitch, a really bad hitch.
And it's still like kind of there, but like, dude, just shoot the ball.
He looks a lot more confident, and especially when he gets going.
Yeah,
when he gets going, when he attacks the paint, when he gets good buckets, like a genuine bucket. His fadeaway doesn't look too clutchy to me. Like his fadeaway doesn't look too clutchy. His corner three definitely has a decent hitch on it.
He's a really good defender.
He's a freaking really good defender, and he's of one of the top guys in the league of closing out on 3-pointers. He affects. He's up in the like very high tier of players that are 3-point defenders in this league because he is just a disruptor, dude. When you see him guard somebody, his body movements, he's like twitching as he guards them, like with just like he's a weird defender, and those are the hardest defenders to get by, the weird defenders. And not only that, Caleb Martin is shooting 61% from 3 in the past 4 weeks.
Can I say something that
he's only shooting 1.3 attempts per game? What?
At the time, I liked the trade.
You did? Bro. I thought Quentin Grimes was the truth, bro. I thought Quentin Grimes was the truth. I was a huge Grimes guy. Oh my gosh.
I have somebody in my life that is also – he also was devastated when Grimes – see, the thing with Grimes to me, and he's kind of –
reminds me so much of Christie too. He does remind me a little bit. That's why I thought we got Christie kind of in that AD
Grimes
trade
role
too, because he filled the Grimes role literally.
Yeah, I think that was part of it as well. I don't know. Grimes to me was just like he would have like stretches where he was super good, and then you have stretches where he's like, wait, I kind of forgot he was on the team.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I know he's super skilled. Like you can tell, like he's got a ton of athleticism, but he's kind of just bounced around the league. It is kind of weird. Like, for example, you're not the only person that really liked Quentin Grimes in the Mavs, right? But like, then why has he been on so many teams? Like, I'm not saying this against you. I'm just saying in general,
Mm-hmm.
like, for some reason, like the way he plays, I don't know if it's like his advanced metrics. I haven't really dug deep into his advanced stuff, but I don't know. I like his game. It's just, I don't know. I like that trade because we didn't want to pay Grimes. Like I wasn't in the camp of like I wanted to extend him. And Caleb Martin at the time, in theory, I was like, oh, like, he's a similar player. Good. We needed a point of attack defender, and he's on a contract for a few years. And Grimes is just super up and down. I mean, Kidd didn't like him. I mean, we know that.
Yeah, but there were multiple stints last season where I saw Grimes just fit into that shooting guard role.
Oh, I know.
Starting wise, when I saw Quinn Grimes start in the starting lineup, I expected 20, and I pretty much got it every time. And just his ability to get to his spot at that young age, and I get that he did bounce around the league a lot prior, but I feel like his change in development, his change as a player, really was that shift from Detroit to Dallas. When he came to Dallas,
in theory, it was a great,
he was showcasing some real scoring ability. His jump shot is pretty. I love his jump shot.
It's butter. I think that he's just a super good like playoff guy. Like if you on him, that can kind of swing him the ball.
He's like a Caleb Martin Heat playoff guy. Like literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
He's literally a Caleb Martin Heat playoff guy. Just get a bucket, shoots.
I really don't know what it is. Kid just never liked him. Yeah. I don't really know.
I didn't get it. I did not get it. Well, we just passed the 40-minute mark. And
wow.
Yeah, we just passed the 40-minute mark, and we went into this having no idea how we were going to get past the 20.
Oh, man.
So,
go Mavs.
But yeah, go Mavs.
As always.
But, we'll leave you off, let y'all go to bed.
We'll be back tomorrow night.
Gosh. We will. I don't know what we're going to be able to talk about, but but no, this has been the Most of Mavs podcast with your co-host Caden, my guy Jude, and bring you, game time reporting, bring you post-game pods, bring you a weekly recap, which I am behind schedule on. I am very sorry. It's been very busy for me as a college student recently. So I'll try to get that weekly recap out to y'all. Stay tuned, and I'll catch y'all later.